Hello everyone, Γεια σας. This is Matilda and welcome to Tilda's Cookbook. Today's recipe is for amazingly delicious butter cookies. So easy to make with only 3 ingredients. Once you make them, you will never want to stop making them. It's so much fun doing them in the kitchen with children during this holiday season, and also you can make them throughout the year. They're so yummy that, trust me, they're gonna become your favorite cookies. So with no more delay, let's get started. First of all, we are going to mix our butter, which always needs to be in room temperature. It needs to be soft, and the sugar. And to this I also add a pinch of salt. And I'm going to be using my hand mixer, and the more you mix, it's going to be better because it's going to be fluffier. So it needs at least a few minutes. From time to time, I stop my mixer to gather it up from the edges and also clear the heads. And what I wanted to mention is that because the whole taste of these cookies comes from the butter, you need to take a good quality of butter, really flavorful and tasteful, because this is what it's going to give all the taste to your cookies. So the better the butter, the better the cookies. And I'll keep on mixing. After a while, see how fluffy my butter with the sugar has turned to be. Really nice and white. And now I'm going to sift my flour to make sure that it won't have any lumps. And this way it will make it easier to blend and make a nice cookie dough. I'm gonna clear my spatula. And I've put a glove to make sure that I mix it nicely, but it's up to you. You can use bare hands, whatever you prefer. And I mix very lightly until I form a nice dough. It will take a few minutes, 4 to 5 minutes of kneading until it becomes into a form of dough. It's gonna be really soft, as you can see here. See how it is, and it comes off your fingers. Don't get tempted to put more flour, because then your cookies are gonna turn really hard. And see how it is. It might feel a bit crumbly, but it is not. And now what we're going to do is we're going to cover it up with plastic wrap and let it rest in the refrigerator for 10 minutes or so that we will be able to open it up with a rolling pin. My dough has chilled a little bit. So now I'm gonna take about half of it. I'll do it in 2 portions. And I'll open it up on my board. It has the tendency to open up, but don't worry about this. This is normal. And we need to open it at about 1 centimeter thickness. There. So now I'm gonna be using this little coupat to cut little Christmas shapes of cookies. I'll take out the excess of the dough, and I'll use this one as well. Later on, I'm gonna open it up again. So now I'm gonna put them on my tray, which I've lined with parchment paper. Now that I filled up my tray, what I'm gonna do to make them a bit more shiny, I'll sprinkle some sugar on top and put them to bake for about 15 to 20 minutes while I do my second batch. After 20 minutes, my first batch has already baked. You see, we don't want to make them too dark. Just as soon as they start getting a little brownish on the outer end, they're ready. So we let them cool down for 5 minutes in here, and then we'll put them on a cooling rack. And my second batch is ready to go into the oven. And on this one, I'm not going to sprinkle any sugar on top because I'm gonna put some powdered sugar after they bake. At this point, our cookies are still a bit soft, but they're gonna get crunchier while they cool down. So don't worry if you happen to taste one and you think they're soft. They're gonna be fine after a few minutes. And our second batch of cookies are ready, so we let them cool down. Finally, I have decided to put some sugar glaze on top of my second batch of cookies. So I'll put my powdered sugar here, and I'll drop just a little bit of water. I have 1 tablespoon here. I won't put the whole of it. And I'm gonna use some color. I'll do 1 drop of yellow and 1 drop of blue. To make it green, and I'll mix and I'll see if it needs a bit more water. I'll add it. It is a bit thick, see how it is, so I'm gonna add a little more water, so it would take the whole tablespoon. I have added an extra couple of blue drops and a couple of yellow ones to get this color. It's a bit darker now. So now I'm gonna dip my cookies into it. They've already cooled down. And see how they turn. And I'll put them again on the rack. I'm going to taste these wonderful butter cookies together with some hot coffee. I truly love to eat them in the morning or in the afternoon with tea. So let's give it a try. So wonderful. Really delicious. My friends, they're so crunchy and so yummy. Absolutely wonderful. I have to tell you this. I only make them during the holidays because otherwise I eat like 10 of those. I cannot stop. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and I hope to see you back next time. Until then, happy baking, my friends. Και καλή σας όρεξη. Bye-bye, everyone.